of a rural voting community. It is sickening when you look at the work that was done with the randomised badger culling trial. 10 years of study. Sorry, I'm just going to backfill a little bit here, just in case you don't know these details. 10 years of study, and we're talking about really dispassionate scientists here. You know, John Krebs isn't someone who's going to get all fluffy bunny on you at all. Not at all. He looks at the science, empirical science, and the headline comment at the end of that 10-year study was, the killing of badgers can make no meaningful contribution to the control of bovine tuberculosis in England. Headline. And the same man was stopped at the water cooler in Westminster by an unknown senior politician who said to him, John, we respect your science, but we have to give the farmers a carrot. That is so patronising and so wrong. So wrong. What is happening? As we speak, of course, there are plans to continue with the killing of badgers. Let's not call it culling. The killing of badgers in Somerset and Gloucester. Owen Paterson didn't get his way and couldn't roll it out to other counties, and Owen Paterson has lost his job, and I hope his career, personally. No, I've got nothing to do. I don't know the guy very well. No, seriously, hang on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because people can be misguided, and they can be passionately misguided. And he's right. At least he spoke his mind, and at least he had an opinion. It was the wrong one. It was a misguided opinion. What's tragic is that that's supported by there's a bigger picture going on here, by government. And now there's somebody else in that seat who has to follow the party line and is going to toe that line. And they're not doing it because they're this nonsense, oh yes, we're completely convinced that this is the way to... No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not stupid people. You're doing it because you think it's going to win a few votes, that's going to get it through next year. It is not. This is where your voices will make the difference. If you write to your local MP, and keep writing, they've got to deal with it. The worst thing for your local MP is a mailbag the size of a great big pony on their floor when they come in on a Monday morning. And if that happens every Monday, they're going to get pretty miffed. Do it. Doesn't matter where you come from in Britain, do it. Just because it's not happening in your backyard, it will happen. And it will happen, and it's all wrong. Now, this is such a huge subject. What should we be doing? There's lots of things that could and should be doing, but number one is that the industry itself has to get its house in order. I eat the occasional piece of beef, definitely. I drink milk from time to time, definitely. Going off it. I'm going off it because I'm finding it really hard to support an industry that I think is breaking things I don't want. And not because I don't like meat, I do, but I'm finding it really hard to support an industry which is breaking the system that I love and I support. And the only thing I can do is either vote, I can vote with my mouth, I can vote with my purse, I can vote with every fibre of my body. And you can too. So be heard and say it. And don't let it happen under the radar, because last year there was all this PR saying, oh yes, well it's the right thing. If you notice, it's gone very, very, very quiet. You've asked a question, sir, saying, what's happening? That's no accident. That's just to keep everyone in the dark and to try and slip it down under the radar and to carry on with it anyway. It was never a trial to see if badgers could be successfully killed with free shooting. Half of the badgers that were killed last year, which is a tragedy in its own right, were killed by being trapped and shot. If they were trapped, they could have been vaccinated. What a load of baloney. It's so wrong. It is so, so wrong. Be heard, have a voice, make a difference.